There we go. Hello. Right, we're going to get started. And so yeah, I think we're going to be getting on with this little fella here. Hopefully you can see him okay. Seems good. All right. Fell over. And the way we're going to be painting this guy is a bit similarly to how I painted this lovely lady. We're going to be using what's up in the corner there, bing, 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 a photo to help us with value sketching. So hopefully that the light that falls on it will light it up as naturally as possible. So I've done a few photos like this, a couple of photos, so I've got the front and the back where I can get all of the value sketch in. So first of all, before we do the value sketch though, we're going to be just painting the model. So I'm going to need my brown for the brown parts. So we'll pop in a little bit of brown, and that's where we're going to start. We don't have to worry about how exactly we're going to be painting right now. Right now we're just going to basically be base coating a lot of the model. So that's what we'll get on with doing. Okay. Right, so a lot of this model we can actually go straight over with the brown. The helmet for a start is going to be all a brown color there. Keep that nice and simple. Basically, armored areas are where I'm painting brown. The cloth areas are generally where I'm going to be painting purple. So that's how that's gonna hopefully play out. So I'll just see how much of the model we can paint today. A lot of his backpack there is going to be in this brown. We might go over a bit with some other colors later, but for the moment I'm not going to be too worried about where I place this. If anything, this is just making all the details easier to see so that I can repaint it another color later. And this guy's like an engineer, so he's kind of got some wires coming out the side of his helmet onto his back. Again, right now I'm not too worried about being overly careful. So we're just gonna just coat him in this brown, really. Just make sure we get into all those crevices, and that we can give the model a good coat of paint. We'll need to go back over, I think, just to give it another coat, because right now it's fairly translucent and doesn't look great. Kind of got like a bomb disposal vest on. I'm tempted to do that one purple. Should also help it make it stand out a bit. Got loads of wonderful little details. I'm gonna have to figure out exactly how I'm going to be painting all of those. For now, I'm not going to think about it too much. Keep saying that, but it's probably me actually thinking about it too much. Telling myself not to. Now, one thing I'd like to maybe try is doing like an OSL glow from the little computer there, just shining up into his glasses and a little bit onto his face. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw down a lot of the brown just for the sake of throwing it down to an extent. We can do some like little glowy things in there. Right, I'm wondering if we go with doing some darker skin tones, going for more of an African look. It's gonna mean I'm gonna have to mix in some other colors and get some variation on there so it doesn't all blend together. We'll get there as we go along. For now, I'm just gonna get this bit of layer down. Is there anything in the leggings there that I want to do? Maybe those bits there look almost like they're armoured. Okay, right, that gives me most of that. Oh, even Twitch, I'm getting a load of bloody spammy stuff. Right, I'll remove that one. There we go. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna need some purple. Purple. Not Xerxes purple. I want Nagaroth Knight. Let's have a little drinky. Hello, Crouching Otter. Yeah, I'm doing all right. Thank you very much. Busy as all hell at work these days, and it's leaving me really knackered. But I'm still at least trying to get my streaming done according to schedule, just so I can get some models painted. But a week and a half, and then I get a 3-week holiday, and it's going to be nice. I'm looking forward to that. Haven't had a holiday in a long time. So I need that, and then hopefully I can get on with some more YouTube content. Hopefully have a painting video up in when I get it done. I'll just say that. I'm not going to promise a date. And yeah, I'm doing okay. How are you doing, Crouching Otter? Right. Yeah, work's kicking my ass these days. It's just kind of like we're just kind of like getting crazy stuff happening again and again and again. And it's like, when are we gonna catch a break? That's just part of the job, but I am happy to be doing a little bit of painting. This is my little way of relaxing, kind of de-stressing from all the craziness that's going on. Yeah. I've gotten kind of excited about, I've got like a lot of Warhammer models, certainly like 40k models, and like full-on armies, but I haven't played 40k since I think 7th edition. Yeah, 7th edition. And I just refused to buy any rule books or codexes and things like that, because it's just a waste of money, because I would never get a chance to play. Oh, very nice. Good luck with painting the corregidor. That's going to be fun. Yeah, I'm going to try and paint up all my JSA and get them finished. Actually, pretty much all my models. I'm going to try and paint up as much of my models as possible, so I don't have any more models left to paint in my Infinity collection, and then I can buy more. Yeah. Or wait for Tag Raid to arrive. That's going to keep me busy for a year. But yeah, as I was saying, I kind of got all these Warhammer models, and I haven't used them for anything. I haven't played any games with them. And then I kind of discovered the one-page rules, which is kind of a model agnostic game, which kind of runs like fast 40k, I guess. But all the rules are free, and you can build your armies and stuff without having to buy anything, you know. So I'm gonna actually give that a go with a friend in Osaka. We're gonna see if it's any good and try and get a few games in. Just something light and fun. So it's just like a good chance to relax and get to use my old 40k models, which I haven't used for a very long time. I think it might be kind of fun. If I like it, I might do some more. All right, very nice. The Moran sculpts. What are I haven't seen them. Again, I don't know anything about nomads really. I'm in the dark with them. I'll have to check that out. I haven't been actually following that much in the way of Infinity releases at the moment. Just haven't been able to play any games or anything. So I haven't really been looking too hard. I'll need to have a look back at some stuff, see what there is. But I'm gonna look to also maybe get some busts and paint some nice larger scale stuff, just for a refreshing kind of go at it, really. I'm really into the idea of kind of challenging my painting at the moment, so really trying to get better at painting generally. That's why I'm kind of doing this value sketching approach now, using the photos with the black primed models and taking a photo of them, upping the contrast, and then using that to guide me in terms of where the light falls and things like that. Oops. I've got to clean this brush. This brush is getting a little bit split easily. Okay. Maybe why it didn't stand out to me then, if they weren't amazing sculpts. But right now, I'm not sure actually what is an amazing sculpt right now. I really like the box droid for Haq Islam. I think that's just a fun model. She's got a nice personality to it. Plus also my main force, before doing Shazvasti, my main force was Assassin Baram. So in the thing, Assassins is kind of up my alley, really. So I wouldn't mind getting a few more Assassins and things just to fill out that side of my force as much as possible. Not that I'm very good with playing with them. Mind. I seem to enjoy having like hard to use armies and having a very hard time at actually winning anything because of me using them. Okay, I think that's all the purple bits that I'm going to have done there. I'm marking some greens. Yeah, it's a Haq engineer. So I just painted the Ghulam Doctor that comes with the Haq engineer. So these are the two models. I really enjoyed painting this girl. She was fun. And it was my first go at actually using photos for value sketching, and I found it sped up my painting a lot. So this took me, I guess it was a total of about 3 hours, give or take, just less than 3 hours, I think, which is very fast for me. So I was really happy with how she turned out. So it was like, she came out looking good. And it took me a lot less time than it does with other models. So like this guy, which is a pretty terrible paint job, took me far longer to paint. and the lighting is all a bit off, kind of thing. Because I'm trying to balance so many things. So yeah, value sketching. Basically, I've got these photos up here. Bing, 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 bing. So these photos, I did the black and white photos of them. Not black and white photos. I painted them black, and I found the angle where I wanted the light to be falling on the model, and took a photo of it. Now I have a marker of where all of my light is going to be falling. So when I put on my highlight layer, I'm going to sketch in all of my highlights. So I can probably do that now, actually, with this one here. So, god damn it, what was it I was using for my highlights with you? I think I was using XV88. Was it XV88? I think it was XV88, wasn't it? Yeah. XV88 with a bit of ivory, I think, was what I was kind of mixing in there. I can probably do it with ice yellow, and that would be kind of a nice bright as well. But yeah, I was using some of this, if it wants to come out. There we go. And so I was using this to help me value sketch it. And then once I put the value sketch in, it was then just a case of glazing in the colors between the highlight and the base color, and then adding on maybe some shades as well if I needed those. So all I have to do really is, let's use ice yellow, because ice yellow is going to keep our vibrancy up. Might look a little bit different from the other model, but that's fine. I'm not really worried about, I don't worry too much about like really strong consistency across all my models in a faction, mainly because that restricts me from improving as a painter by stopping me from experimenting. So I'm going to put some ice yellow in there. There we go. So there we go, we've got a highlight. And so with this highlight, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just mark in all of where the light falls. So we can see on the top of his helmet there, a lot of it is falling on there. So I know that's going to be catching the light. Also, the inside of this one is catching a lot of light. There. There's a little bit falling on there as well. But mostly it's falling on this side there. Now, next, this is going to be the hard bit. So I'm going to pull it down there to show that it's falling on this area here. And we can start to see, you can just start to see there, basically I'm just marking in where I feel the light is falling. Yeah, so yeah, it's a really handy technique, I think. I've just started really using it, and I feel like it's upping my game, because it reduces that, it reduces the number of things you have to think about, because you have the information right in front of you. You just follow that information, and that's going to be what guides you. What's it? Yeah, you don't have to think about it. You don't have to think, where do I think the light's going to fall? It's just it's just there for you. All you have to worry about is just putting the paint on those spaces and thinking about the colors you're going to use, rather than having to think about everything at once. So I know I'm going to be hitting some light there. Be hitting light on this there. Just on the bottom of that one. A little bit on there. Right, this belt is going to be a different color. I'm going to be doing it like leather, so it's going to have different properties to it than the armor. So I'm not going to be painting it in the exact same way. Still building a little bit here. There we go. Now this is like spherical shapes. Yeah, you let the glazing do a lot of the hard work, basically. Because once you've got the value sketch in, you know where all the highlights are. You don't have to think about them anymore. Then it's just a case of just blending, and it's just spending as much time as you feel like you need to get the effect that you want. And yeah, it's quite cathartic to do as well. Because it's I can relax more in it. I don't have to. I'll often like look at a miniature for a long time before I start painting or putting any actual any work on it, because I'm like, oh, where am I going to put the light next? And this way it's kind of done for me. So I know that I don't need to do any of this down here. I would normally start painting up this bit because I'm thinking, oh, it needs something. But no, I go by my photo. My photo is like, it's black. So that means I do not paint it. It's going to be darker, if anything. I'm going to just put in more shadow. All I know is that this top bit is catching a little bit of light there. And the rim of that bit there. And then that's all I need, because the rest is dark. So I'm kind of staying true to the photo that I've created. But this also ensures that from a very particular angle, you have a really nice kind of snapshot of the model. So when you hold it at a certain angle, it looks really good. I can tell his codpiece thing is not really getting much on there, but I can get just an ever so light sketch in there to show it's catching some on the bottom part of that. Just there and just there, but no more. Don't want to do too much. And then again, we're kind of catching just the bottom there. And the edge there. And that's pretty much how we do that. Get quite a big catch of light on there, on the just on the end of the toe. And this kind of goes around the top there. Kind of goes around there as well. We definitely want that to be the strongest. Again, we'll add in more as we go. Yes, can't go wrong with a shiny codpiece. It reflects into the sniper's eyes, so they can't shoot you. Now, there's going to be some angles that I just can't see, so those are the bits I do have to guess a little bit. But I imagine I've got a bit there, there, and there. Shining off the edge, the edge. Edge there. Hard to tell if I'm going to end up doing too much or not on those bits. So what I can do though is we can flip to the back of him. We can do the value sketch for the back as well, and then we'll kind of connect those parts together as we go around. Sorry, I go a bit quiet sometimes when I'm focusing and concentrating on what I'm doing. So I have the photo just in front of me here, so I can pretty much line it up as best as I can. The helmet as well. It's the hard part. Again, this is just the value sketch, so I get the rough placement of everything. That's funny. I'm glad you're enjoying concentrating on what I'm doing. I'm hoping my next video is going to be a bit about this value sketching, so that I kind of explain my process a little bit and why I think it's a really good thing to do. It's funny, like in the photos, the details look so pronounced, but then when you actually have the model in front of you, it's like a really shallow detail. You can start to see like where all of the shadows are falling, and it's kind of working out. I don't know what I'm going to be doing with all of this down here, so I'm not going to be painting this bit right now. I'm going to just paint the main armor areas because I haven't decided the colors for everything else there. A bit messy. Need to get a bit on the top there. There's kind of a catch on those recesses. They're probably just better painters. They do it like every day for a living, so they're gonna get damn good at their painting. I'm always very jealous of that, but that's like always my targets in the back of my mind. Is I want to be able to paint a model that could be good enough for box art, kind of thing. Someone would want to put it onto display, I think. To be honest, I would be happy if I got to a point where people would want to pay me to paint their models. Just knowing that I would be at that level as well is just kind of like, oh, you feel like, okay, yeah, I've kind of like raised above the kind of like perhaps the average, at least. That would be kind of cool. Not brilliantly happy with everything that I'm doing right now, but it's giving a certain sense of a colour, or at least kind of shade you can see building up. Okay, so let's try blending it a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna need some of our colour there. We're gonna need some of the brown that's gonna mix into, and probably some of the, oops, should clean my brush first. Probably some of the ice yellow as well, so it's up there. Okay, so I'm gonna mix in those ones there, so we've got that in between. And then I also want to mix in that one as an in-between, so we get an idea of that. Okay, I'm just gonna get a bit of water in there. I'm just gonna make that very, very wet. I'm gonna wick that, and then we're gonna just start glazing this a little bit. I'm not the best at glazing, but this whole technique has helped a lot with improving my glazing. Still got a long way to go with it, but I can now kind of build more natural layers here. So we can work this one back and forth until we have the right amounts in everything. My mind's going a little bit wonky today. I'm just tired. So we're going to try and get the helmet right first. So let's get a bit of a bit darker as well there. We'll build in some of the darker glaze just to build up that contrast. Yeah. We can start to see a kind of a glaze on that helmet starting to build. It's kind of looking kind of nice. I feel like I'm getting there. How good is that on the screen? I have no idea. Hopefully it looks okay. Oh my god. Yeah, I guess it looks okay. Right, let's try going really light. I'm going to glaze up the very highest points. This helmet, I'm starting to feel pretty happy with how the helmet is looking. I feel like this one can use a bit more. Yeah. You know, there's some angles which are better than others, but overall, I feel like you can kind of start to see a bit of a blend there. There's some brush strokes you can see in that, but for what I'm trying to achieve with this guy, I'm not trying to go crazy or anything. I think it's looking okay. Right, let's try and get these other areas. See See if we can get a similar effect. I don't know if I'm doing a good job or not with that one. Oh, I'm not sure if I'm really doing very well at the moment. I think I'm kind of hitting this in the wrong areas. I was overconfident with what I was trying to do. Problem is this model doesn't really have that golden angle because of what it's doing. Now, one of the things I'm thinking of doing is actually adding some OSL. Okay, it's starting to come together, I guess. In many ways, I think I'm doing a better job than I did on the woman that I had done before, but in other ways I feel like I'm screwing it up more in other areas. It's kind of weird. Wondering if I just didn't put enough layers on some areas. And I'm just being kind of screwed by the fact that I kind of rushed into doing the highlighting and low lighting, highlighting and shadows, perhaps too early, before I was ready to do it. Excuse me. I'm sure once I actually put on a lot of the other, once I put more of the other paints into the model, then I think we're going to start seeing it look a bit better as well. I think I'm just being a bit too tough on myself at the moment. I'm just going to be going back and forth a bit with these. I'm not sure really if I'm glazing or if I'm just layering right now. To be honest, they're similar techniques, it's just one is more watered down than the other, generally. Right, let's go up to the very highest highlight and just place this in a few places. Just to make some bits just pop. Now I could go back and forth on this forever and never get anywhere. I'm getting there, I guess. Right, we've still got to do the feet. Let's do the rest of the back first. Can I just work on this one systematically? Mm-hmm. Okay, we're roughly getting it there with the armor. I'm quite liking where it is at the moment. Should perhaps do a bit of work on the legs. I'm going to spend too long on the legs just because, oh, not the area you're going to be looking the most at. Okay. No, I'm fairly happy with where the armor's at the moment. The next area we're going to be looking at is going to be going over the purple and doing all of that. But to be honest, I'm knackered. It's been a hard week and the week is not over yet. It's going to be a hard time until I get through it all. So I'm going to get my beauty sleep. I'm going to have a little rest. Get some shut eye before the morning. I've got another big day before the weekend. And I'll be back on a Saturday. Try and get a bit more of the painting done. See if I can get any more of my videos done as well, and that'd be great. Thank you so much, Crouching Otter, for joining me today and watching. It's really fun doing this value sketching thing. It really is a cool way to go about painting. So I do recommend trying it out yourselves. I'm gonna go save my palette for my next session. I'm gonna leave a little bit of a gap there because sometimes it gets a little too moist in there. Needs a little bit of air. and then we're good. Okay, that's going to be it for today, I'm afraid. So thank you very much, and bye bye.